And we're back with another episode of Brew Your Mind, the podcast where we get to drink coffee and beer. You get to sit back and listen to us ramble about what is on our minds. I'm Justin.
Who goes next? Me? I'm Jesse. Hello.
The host goes next, Jesse.
Yeah.
My goodness.
You thought Sam could just replace you and he's going to take over his hosting duties?
No. I'm back as, I'm like an elf.
That's appropriate for this episode. That's really appropriate. That's good.
That was the point.
Good.
I'm the helper.
Sam, welcome back, man. Jesse, welcome back too, man. I missed you. We're trying something different here. We're on Zoom, so
Miss you.
I got the miss you more. Got the camera above, and then I also got them below me. So I'm not gonna try to stare at them. Although Sam's looking pretty good today, guys. You should see. You will see him on YouTube. Don't worry about it. Before we talk about what we're gonna talk about today, which is gonna be spoiler alert, Christmas, because it's right around the corner. Let's talk about what we're drinking. Jesse, what you got, man?
Man, I got the same. I had like 2 local beers set aside, ready to drink them. And your boy is hangover hell today. Went a little too hard yesterday, you know what I mean? So I just got the black coffee. It's really boring. It's like Starbucks. Same. I don't know. I'm a disappointment. You know,
you are not a disappointment.
Never a
it's
disappointment,
fine.
Dude.
It's that regular old coffee, you know?
It's good, man. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. What you doing?
Sam, what you got today? I saw something clear in the glass because I can see you now.
Nothing's brewed because it's 9:16 p.m. here. And also I have no beer in the house due to the pandemic. It's the weekend in Turkey. I cannot leave my house. So I am drinking tequila.
Yeah.
On the rocks.
What kind of tequila?
Don Julio Patron.
Okay. All right. And you said it's not, I mean, your mind is going to be brewed if you have enough tequila glasses lined up, you know.
Yeah. Tequila doesn't hit like that for me, so okay. I'll be sharp. I'll be sharp for this. All right.
Need you sharp. Need you clear between the ears. I have, I guess it's a mixture of coffee and beer. Blue Moon iced coffee blonde. I don't know. I didn't know Blue Moon made such thing. So we'll give it a Sam, so good. Not
Jesse,
really. Not that good.
Do you remember when I was on with you guys in May? I think he drank a coffee beer then.
Oh,
the fact that you remember that.
Wow.
That means I am somewhere special in your heart.
I don't remember anything that Justin does.
That's the love. That's the love. So hey, we got the whole gang here, folks. I thought Sam just wanted to make an appearance here and there, and then he was begging me over the weekend to get back on. So, you know, it's like a child. You know, you almost got to like please him, make sure he's happy. You know, make him feel good about himself. But Sam, I wanted you to talk to the people about your day yesterday and how long of a day it was, because it didn't sound good at all. So
no, it sucked. It sucked. I flew. Well, we played in a city of Turkey called Gaziantep. It's about an hour north of the Syrian border. Did you Siri actually just popped up on my phone when I said that? But
what you need, Sam?
And we played a game, lost, which sucked, and then flew from there to Istanbul, and then had a 5-hour layover in Istanbul to get to Ankara. Didn't get home last night until 4:30. So I watched the beginning of the Packers game.
The plus.
And then, so it was a long day. Weird like 10-hour travel day for a flight that took an hour to get there. So never fun. Well, I hate this pandemic.
Yeah,
it's really, because did you get stopped at all when getting back to your house because of curfew?
All the time.
On? Yeah.
Yes, all the time. I'll pass curfew, so I have to tell them what I'm doing, and they get frustrated because I don't speak Turkish, and they're just like, go home.
Yeah. And then you tell them you have military friends. They're like, "Oh, sorry. Go on. Sorry."
Yep.
So yeah, it's good. It's good. Jesse, you're hungover. Why?
Well, I rarely drink anymore, but Katie, my wonderful fiance, decided we should do a tour of. We've signed up for a tour. Then this guy took us to like 4 different restaurants and had all these drinks ready, and so we're trying to get to know Savannah, Georgia here, and it was fun. And I just got a little out of hand. You can walk around with drinks on the street here. It's pretty crazy. So I was like, now's my time. And then it just, I don't.
Now's my time.
I don't remember getting home last night. Like,
damn, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
That means it's a good night.
It was good, but I woke up this morning and I don't remember ordering that last Uber.
Ooh.
Nothing. Like, I don't remember walking in. So,
what do they say? You live for the nights you can't remember with the people you won't forget.
All right, Drake.
Is that Drake? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Roll back, Drake. I'm surprised Justin knew that one.
It was fun.
Yeah, dude. Well, I thought I had something to say, but then Sam threw me off. Sam threw me off the damn Drake lyric, so I wasn't ready for that. That was on our script.
Justin came to podcast in a suit.
Yeah. Hey. As before we start recording, I want to be at my best, and when Sam's here, it really maximizes that bar that is set. Like last week when we recorded, you couldn't see me, so I was just half naked chilling on the couch. But now I'm here for you, Sam, and Jesse, of course.
Oh, wow. I was an afterthought on that one. You
Afterthought.
see what's happening?
That's ugly.
Anyway, so hey, thank you guys for both being here this week. This is awesome. This is a good time.
This will be good.
Anything you want to talk about before we dive into our festive Christmas spirit? Because guess what, guys? Christmas is 5 days away. And Sam, is this your first time you're going to be by yourself for Christmas, or was it last year as well in Russia?
Last year as well. I've missed a lot of holidays, man. It's all good.
No, I get that.
It's all good. No, you make the best of it.
That's right. That's all you can do. Okay, cool. Jesse, you got anything to add before we talk about why Justin always gets coal for Christmas and why is he always a bad person?
Dude, I don't know. I'm the worst with Christmas. I still haven't done any Christmas shopping.
Okay.
I do that every year. I wait till
okay.
the last day or something, and then I get something ordered, and then I just tell people, "Oh, I ordered it, and it's on the way."
Amazon Prime, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. Christmas is cool though. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, I don't know if we're going to drive to Tennessee or not. Still don't know, because we stayed here for Thanksgiving because guy at my work got the COVID, and so we thought, well, maybe I have it. I don't know. So we missed out on Thanksgiving.
But you don't have it, or you didn't have it.
No, I don't think so.
That's right.
I don't know. It's a good time to be alive,
Hey, positive thoughts, negative tests.
Oh man, that's all.
Dude, Sam's just gonna keep dropping these phrases and these lyrics, and as the episode goes on, it's great. So Sam, since you're by yourself, is there anything special that you're gonna make it feel a little more like Christmas around you, or are you just gonna hang out and chill kind of thing?
I don't know. I think for sure the Americans on my team here, we're gonna get together, and my lovely wife comes after New Year's. So nice. I think me and some of the homies here are gonna be hanging out. We're not doing gifts or nothing, but we'll do dinner, and just like we did for Thanksgiving, and have some fun, play some games, watch some movies or something. So we always make it fun. It's holiday spirit. You gotta fill it with joy somehow. So we'll do the best we can. How about y'all? What are y'all doing?
I love it. I'm going up to Augusta for Tori's family again. We were there for Thanksgiving. So, hey, we're only about 6.5 hours away, so I don't mind making that trip just a couple weeks after. But yeah, I got to go up there for a week, hang out with some family.
Georgia boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Jesse, you want to meet in the Crossroads?
Dude,
like what, Macon?
Just swing right by. It's only like maybe a little bit out of your way.
Yeah.
Justin, did you say you got Jesse that new camera and you want to give it to him? And
oh yes, gifts. The best thing about Christmas. Actually, Jesse, you sent me something that's in the mail right now, right? And I have no idea what it is.
Yeah. I wish you had it for this podcast. It's very I wish you had it. Next one you'll have it. It'll be really fun to see.
All right. Podcast related. Mm-hmm. Speaking of podcast related, Sam just got done recording a podcast, and now he's doing our podcast. I want to give him a shout out. Is it Slapping Glass podcast? Is that it?
Slapping Glass. Yeah,
Slapping Glass.
Today.
I can see them. They're on the Apple Podcast, so check them out. As Sam probably talked for way too long, I'm sure, on that.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was fun. Those guys were awesome. I had to get in a whole different mode for that one. That was X's and O's and talk, and no, it was fun though. It was cool.
That's good.
Never know. Sometimes I think, what if I'd ever be a coach? But who knows?
We'll see. Coach Dekker. I mean, isn't your dad coach? Yeah.
There's only one Coach Dekker. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I probably shouldn't say that then.
There's only one.
Cool.
Man,
cool,
you
cool.
know, I'm sure you guys talked about it. Justin used to coach for a little while, didn't you? You did basketball and football?
I did, yeah.
Man, you
That
tell
was a fun
Sam
time.
about that,
It
dude.
was a fun time.
Look, what I'm saying is, if you're looking for a coach, Sam, Justin's your man.
Sam,
He's
if you're
got
looking
some
for a
secrets.
coach, a two guard, if you're looking for
Player coach, little Pete Rose action.
if you need anything, if you have any voids in your life that you need filling, I'm here for you.
Call Jesse. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's awkward. That's awkward. Okay. So we got some stuff here to talk about, and I want to ask, because I actually don't know the answer to this. I guess it's ongoing debate. Jesse and I were talking about it for a little bit, but Sam, can you answer? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No,
How come?
it's not. Like, do I need it? I think that's the dumbest thing, and that's every year. Like Twitter has a couple things that are like every single year. Like it comes out and everyone gets all up in arms. And Die Hard as a Christmas movie is up there on the list. Is like, it's coming out like November 29th. Like it's the tweets going out.
Yeah.
A poll, and then it starts trending. Everyone's mad, and it's like it's not at all. But
Yeah.
whatever.
So then,
yeah.
sorry.
I had one more. My brother actually had a take that said yesterday. He said this to me. He thinks Lord of the Rings is Christmas movies.
I mean, with that logic, could you say Harry Potter's Christmas movie?
That's what I asked him, and he said kind of, because he said I will never watch Harry Potter in the summer.
I mean, he's not wrong. You just binged all the Harry Potter movies like within last week, right?
I did. So I'm like, well, that's what I said. By that logic, then anything with magic is a Christmas movie. And so I don't think Lord of the Rings is Christmas. I think it's Lord of the Rings. It doesn't go in a season. Just like Die Hard, it doesn't go with the season. Like it's not like a Home Alone or a something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a Christmas movie. You can watch it any time. But like The Patriot, that's a summer movie. That's like it's 4th of July. Like you watch those, you know what I mean?
No, this is interesting that you're bringing this up, because I never really think about movies and seasons connected like that. So that's
like
really
Sandlot. You don't watch Sandlot in February. Like
That's
you
correct.
watch Sandlot in like June or July.
Yeah, in June. Oh man, no, that would be a real good topic to talk about. Is how many movies can we list for each season? Because that's something I just don't think about. But yeah,
well, I think of like Stranger Things as like a fall show,
like Halloween around that time. Yeah.
So I rest my case.
The Office all year for the season.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm glad we can.
Indubitably.
My horn can pierce the
sky.
I love it. Now that's Christmas right there. When I think about that episode, I think about Christmas. And Yankee Swap. Yankee Swap. Do you guys believe in that Yankee Swap stuff?
No.
That looks awful.
White Elephant? Is that what they call it as well?
No, that's not that.
Is that different? White Elephant, yeah, that's the secret one. Secret one. Yankee Swap is I'm gonna jack this iPod from you and you can have Phyllis's oven mitt.
White Elephant is you buy the most random and or funny gift for person X.
That's right. I'm thinking Secret Santa. That's a different one.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I don't believe in any of it.
What do you believe in, Jesse?
I don't know. What do you think about gifts? Is it overrated or not overrated? Is it overdone, overused?
I'm glad you mentioned that, because according to our Instagram question, we got this saying they hate Christmas because it's all about gifts. They hate Christmas. Wait, not hate Christmas. The things they hate about Christmas would be swapping gifts that nobody wants instead of spend money on what you want. I actually can talk about this a little bit more. Swapping gifts that nobody wants, instead spend money on what you want. I know the person that commented this, Brandon. How you doing? He also posted on Facebook saying, why don't we just like, here's $40. What do you want with it, kind of thing. Instead of, is there something about the gift giving that that we know what they have and they don't, that just kind of gets us excited, and that's why we don't do things like that? Or the risk of because we know they're going to like it, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some deep thoughts.
If you don't want me to interject here, Jesse, if you don't mind, obviously I think there's a line to it, because when you get something for someone that they really want, and it's like sentimental or like it's something they've been talking about for like a year, yeah, you're excited to give it to them, right? Because that makes you feel good. It's all about, that's kind of what it is. It makes you feel good. But I feel like that comment that you just read was kind of like basically the Grinch movie when they're like, it's all about the gifts, and they all end up in the trash, whatever. You are right. Spend money on what you want to get. Like me and Olivia don't do gifts for Christmas for each other because we do things during the year that we want to spend on and experiences and this or that. And we're like, we don't need to get gifts for each other because we all year spend money on things that we truly want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. And I mean, that leads into the question, what are you getting Jesse and I for Christmas, Sam? Like, you want to make sure we like what you're giving us. So talk about it now.
That's what I said, Jesse. If you see a box from Canon at your door, there will be one there. And,
that's right, from me.
Yeah. And Cape, I got you a tie.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. You really know what gets me going. So that's good.
I'm actually impressed that you already know that that's exactly like right up my alley of what like a gift I would want. Anything camera related, of course.
I mean, your Twitter and Instagram is pretty obvious about that.
Goodness, he puts the most fire pictures up. If anyone isn't following Jesse, was it Jesse Sailor on Twitter and Instagram? It is.
Yeah, Sailor Jesse.
At Sailor Jesse, SAYLERJESSE, puts up the most fire photos. Sometimes I'll be laying in my bed here in Turkey and I'll see a new photo that he puts up on Instagram of a landscape or something. And I'm like, it immediately takes me there.
So beautiful. Yeah. While you're following Sailor Jesse, he also has a photography Instagram page, Sailor Jesse Photo. So make sure you check that out too, because he got all the fire pics. Because Jesse's one of the best photographers and best musicians I know.
Wow.
Like that?
I like where this podcast is going.
This is breaking his hangover. Piece by piece, his hangover is just like falling off of him. Just like
coming back to life.
Great.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. Nah, man. One of these days I'd love to take pictures of Sam in action. You know, with like a zoom lens just on it, dunking on some fools.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That'd be great.
Never done that before.
Hopefully, honestly, like, yeah, for sure. If hopefully I'm back playing stateside at some point, that'd be great for get all the homies and
we'll come to Turkey.
That too.
It's the one place that's open right now. Fun fact.
En route.
For Americans, they want their tourism, obviously. So people are honeymooning in Turkey right now at an alarming rate.
Wow. But locked down on the weekends though, right?
No, American tourists, people that are temporary or tourists in Turkey, nothing. They're exempt from all of it. So I just read an article the other day about how Turkish citizens are upset because in cities like Istanbul or some of the bigger hubs for tourism, Americans are walking the streets and people are like, we're locked in our house and there's Americans walking around, but them's is the rules.
Them's the rules. So we just follow them.
Isn't it weird? But
dude, I don't even know. Like, maybe Justin knows, but last time I heard, I don't even think like military. I don't even think Turkey is a place we can even travel without approval. I don't think like certain parts of Mexico are kind of off limits,
blacklist or something like that.
Yeah, there's some kind of weird iffiness. I don't know.
Just tell them, your buddy Sam there, and they're like, okay, you can go, and
we're just going.
Just don't share intel, and just go. Just have a good time.
Sure. Just send it.
Yeah.
My teammate said that last year when they went home back to America, they did get flagged when they went through Chicago. So from Istanbul to Chicago, they actually missed their next flight because they got flagged for they were in an area of the world that they didn't trust for 9 months or something. So they had to do a whole like clearance thing, this, that, and the other, just because of some of the places they had been stamped in their passport. Not saying Ankara because I'm in a very lovely area right now, but just some of the places around that they had been, and the previous things that America has done over here. That they had to do extra searching and questioning, and they said it was pretty interesting. So they actually told me that yesterday.
I bet. While we're on the subject of Turkey, you just did the hot air balloons, right?
Oh,
How was that?
That's when I needed Jesse.
I know.
Oh my gosh. No, you would. Oh my dude, it's one of those places that when you're like, the pictures are cool. Everyone like on Twitter and Instagram are like, this place looks insane.
Yeah.
But when you're there, it almost looks fake. It looks like a Pixar movie. It's like,
wow.
It's just like, it looks like the Lorax or something. It's just like colors, and it's just like orange and blue and these rainbow balloons. And
you got to go up and actually fly.
I did. And I have a striking fear of heights.
Wow.
But Olivia was a champ, and she like dragged me to do it. And she's like, we're doing this. You're never going to go to Cappadocia again and be able to do hot air balloons. We're doing it.
True.
And we went up, and when I was up there, it was so worth it. We got up to 4,500 meters, I think. And
okay,
I got a little spooked because you're just literally in a box, and you're not
little basket.
No harness, no clip in, no nothing. And so I was looking at Olivia's phone because she's taking a picture, and I was looking down at her phone, and then I looked up, and then I realized how high we were, and that kind of tripped me out because the whole time I was looking at the horizon kind of, and like you're like that, it's fine. But when you change your eye level and then you look back up, then I got a little shake. My legs started wobbling a little bit.
No, I get that. I get that completely.
But it was gorgeous.
You were a little overdressed that day too, right? According to your buddy Kurt Warner.
Kurt's been at my throat.
Giving you jabs a little bit on Twitter.
It's crazy. And former NFL quarterback, so he can say what he wants, former MVP, Super Bowl champ, but the guy's been going at my fits lately, left and right. Every post, I'm like, Kurt. But no, that's a good dude. He's an A1 guy.
Commentated a great game last night too, the Packer game.
He did have the Packer game.
Yeah,
he did. Did a great job. And no, it's all in good jest. But no, I thought I looked just fine. But if you're ever going to Cappadocia and doing a hot air balloon, dress warm because it is cold. It is
noted.
6 a.m. It's chilly.
No, the pictures looked awesome. Definitely looked awesome, and looked like a sweet time.
Yeah, if anyone's actually in this area of the world, Cappadocia 100%. Go. You stay in like caves. It's cool. It's so much history, and it's like untouched. It's really, really cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm so jealous. I mean, I've always wanted to go to Turkey. There's like so much history there. Like, how close do you live to Istanbul? Like, not that close, probably.
By car, 3.5 hours.
Oh.
Flight, 50 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Have you spent any time there?
Yeah. So there's 6 teams in Turkish League in Istanbul. Went there last year as well. Played a couple times there.
Yeah.
So got a chance to go. I've been there now a lot, and Olivia's gone twice. And she's obsessed, and we've done boat tours. And think about how big New York is. What, 8.5 million? Istanbul's 24 million. So
wow.
Wow.
That's unreal,
dude. I didn't have a clue.
A city with 2 continents, only one. Wow. A major city on the Asian side and a European side. So technically, I'm reporting live from Asia.
Wow.
You heard that, people. We have boots on the ground in Asia. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe, even if you're on this side of the world.
Yeah, dude. That's amazing.
It really is crazy to think about, right?
What's next on your list here, Justin? What were we
I don't know.
about?
Like, it was going to start as a Christmas episode, but this conversation's getting good. Like, not even talking about Christmas anymore. So I'm about to say scoff to that list.
Scoff to the Christmas?
I want Sam to sing a Christmas song real quick.
Which one?
Your favorite one?
Favorite one?
Yep.
Yeah, actually, the most all right, here's your question. Most underrated Christmas song to you guys. Right. Mine is Cold December Night by Michael Bublé.
Oh, man.
Ooh, how does that go again?
Is it copyrighted? If I sing it too well, it might get copyrighted off this. Please just fall in love with me. This Christmas, something like that.
There we go.
That's good. Thank
And
you.
us
Thank
that
you.
would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Listen,
wonderful song.
Tori's gonna love that you just said Michael Bublé too. So you just got brownie points in the
There
cake
you
family.
go.
So good job on that.
She told me to
Man.
say that.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other Christmas songs.
Your brain's fried right now?
Yeah. I'm working in slow motion right now. I don't know what even. What's the most overrated? I think it's that Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
One. Yeah,
Yep.
that one
Yes.
plays.
Yep.
It's good, but it's like
I actually asked this. Ooh, good. 2 days ago, we had it on in our meal room the other day at the hotel. I put on Christmas music in this like banquet hall, whatever. Song obviously came on. I said, how many times has the average American heard that song by Mariah Carey in their lifetime? I said about 5,000 times.
It's absurd. I think that's why I kind of hate. Okay, it sounds awful when you say you hate Christmas music because it sounds so like Grinch, you know. But it's when it comes on like right after Thanksgiving or even before in all the stores, it's the same playlist every year.
Mhm.
Yeah, you kind of hate it. So I can't think of a Christmas song that is like that I like that's not played or that's underrated or something. That's why
Sam,
I'm like everyone I think of it's just overplayed.
did you have an answer about the Mariah Carey thing? Was there like an actual number?
I said like close to 5,000.
Is that like is that near the answer? Is there an answer, or are we're just guessing or assuming?
No,
Because it has to be a lot.
I'm saying ballpark it because any Macy's, any
I would agree
mall,
with
any
that, yeah.
commercial, any now that's what I call music. Like how
Every
many times
radio.
have you heard that song? And like even snippets, you can count snippets in it.
Yeah.
Like that song at TikToks, Instagram, like come on, like that is the song. And
So is she still getting money for each time it's played and whatnot?
Yep, royalties.
Is it,
Yeah, so that one song has got her set for.
Yeah,
ever.
and that also makes me think like who's the kid in Home Alone? What's his name? Macaulay Culkin. Yeah,
Culkin.
is he still getting? Is he still getting paid for every time Home Alone?
I bet it's a set rate.
That. Yeah, I think
Okay.
they pay you initially, or
He probably got lowballed to the extreme and didn't know like.
Probably.
He's 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, didn't he actually have a fallout with his parents? That's what I heard. Like there's some kind of law. Like I heard it was a big ordeal. We're going down a rabbit hole. We don't need it.
He's had a life. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Probably Home
or I
Alone.
think there's some actors that can do a certain deal. Like Keanu Reeves, when he did The Matrix, he didn't want a initial, how they typically pay actors so much million a movie. He wanted a cut of the sales because no one knew how big it was going to be, and then oh my god, I forget the numbers, but he ended up making an insane amount of money, way more than
That's pretty cool. I mean, talk about a big brain move,
right?
Yeah,
and that's what we're gonna do here at Brew Your Mind too. Like, hey, these podcasts are gonna play like 100 years from now.
getting Giannis money.
Yeah, big bag.
Oh,
That was a funny joke because he sat out the last game, and everyone was making a joke because he had to carry all the bags of money from the bank, because of back soreness.
He said back soreness. They said, carrying that bag.
Yep, that's funny.
So fill me in on this guy, Giannis. He's the guy that plays for the Bucks, right?
Nailed it.
He see, I know some things.
Nah, dude, you're so smart at sports.
So he re-signed. Is that the right word?
Yeah, he did.
With the Bucks?
Yeah, he did.
Signed an
To
extension.
The largest contract you can get in the NBA, he signed it.
NBA history. Yeah. It's called the Supermax, Jesse.
Yep.
Supermax.
Yeah.
We're learning some things, ladies.
But the NBA came out with it, how many years ago to try to keep stars to small markets?
Yeah. And it's huge, and it's huge for the city. And being 2 Wisconsin guys, it's huge for the state. And I'm wearing my Brewers hat, as you can see, another small market team that has signed a star for a very long time. So it's been good. To go off that for like 1 second. My dad and I were talking about that, and for a state that's mostly rural, a small kind of, people in Wisconsin know Wisconsin stuff, but outside Wisconsin, you don't know a lot. But to have, for the past 20, 30 years, to go from, Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Yelich to Ryan Braun and Prince Fielder and now Giannis, guys like that. It's been pretty. We've been pretty lucky, and it's pretty cool, and it's really good for the state. And I'm happy that the fans have had a chance to root for these guys. You know, and a lot of Wisconsin is small towns and blue collar people. So it's really cool to see these guys stay and give a lot of these people things to cheer for, especially Giannis in the dog days of the winter and people are inside watching games. I can't tell you how many times people told me when we were at Wisconsin, they said, some of the hardest winters, they're like staying inside watching your games. That's what we love to do. So I think it's really good for the people of the state and says a lot about those guys that choose to stay.
Yeah, and it says a lot about you, how humble you are. You mentioned all those guys, but you didn't even mention yourself and all the Wisco guys that we've been able to watch over the years. And it feels like the baton's just getting passed on and the team's just getting better. And, like this year, the Badgers, they're saying like they could probably compete with what you guys were at, like the chemistry and just being the veterans and whatnot. So
some good guys there. So great for the state, great for and not making the sports related, but just saying it's really good for everyone home and I'm happy for them.
We went down that sports rabbit hole because of Jesse. He opened it up.
I always do that, man. It's like, I feel like Justin always wants to stay away from it, but I'm always so curious about the sports stuff. Man, that was so weird. Just now, I for real just forgot that you played like you were this big Badgers like legend guy, and you're just talking about all these people's like, yeah, and then Justin's like, and also you, and it's like, oh yeah, so crazy. That's really bizarre, man. Speaking of more sports things for a second, it's just a curious. So I see you wearing the Brewers stuff. Is it weird to you never played for the Bucks? Is it weird because you played for other NBA teams? Is it weird to I don't think I've ever seen you post anything specifically about any NBA teams.
And Sam, we actually talked about this I think the other day too, like off recording of course, but
mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Jesse, that's an awesome question. Actually, like people actually ask me that a lot, so I'm glad you said that. I kind of just went the diplomatic route, saying like it's great for the city, great for the state. I grew up 45 minutes from, it was called the Bradley Center where the Bucks played. You get there in 15 minutes up the highway. So obviously, I grew up a Bucks fan. Grew up in Wisconsin, you cheer for all the teams there. But once I got to like high school, I was like, I don't know. I stopped kind of being fans of teams in the NBA because I wanted to be an NBA player. So, and then once I was in the NBA, you cheer for who you're playing for. So it's like you kind of turn it off. But if 2 years ago, Bucks were in the Eastern Conference Finals, went to Game 7. I threw a watch party at a bar in Sheboygan. It was right after our season. We got knocked out, but I threw a watch party. I know a lady that owns a bar right by our house in Sheboygan. We had free brats and beer and honor system. Put a little jar and throw a buck in, you get a brat. And had a big projector, couches set up, and we had a packed bar watching the Bucks and I was cheering for the Bucks. So you can kind of put on a fandom hat for a minute because I know how good it would be for the city and for the state. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I would never say like when I'm in the NBA, I'm like rooting for the Bucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But if I ever played for them, obviously that'd be sick.
I mean, there was a couple years ago where every Bucks fan thought for about 15, 20 minutes that you were about to be a Bucks player because that trade that went down. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, dude, I was flipping out. I was like, no way. Yeah. I was on NBAshop.com and I was seeing the Dekker jersey. Is that up yet? No, okay. But yeah, dude, good times. Good times.
So
but awesome, you never know. I'm still young, 26.
Dude,
so
not even in the prime yet.
A lot of life left. We'll see what happens.
Exactly. You gotta. Hey, those are listening. If you haven't kept up with Sam, you gotta check out his Instagram. You got a YouTube page, by the way, that could use some views. I saw some views on some videos of like some training videos, and Call of Duty clips. I don't know how much love you're gonna get on those, but
clip it.
Clip it. You post some good stuff on the YouTube. Check it out. Who's that trainer? Gunner is his name?
Gunner Person. Shout out to Gunner Person, my guy.
Yeah.
Hardest working man in sports.
Man, hell yeah.
Speaking of Call of Duty, when am I dropping in, boys? I mean, when is this going to happen? When
right after we hit end recording.
Tryout,
What? I mean, I played too much today. I played about 4.5 hours. That was a marathon today.
Dude,
Sheesh.
I've been putting in a few hours on that Cyberpunk game. Oh man.
Trash.
Yeah, it's a train wreck, dude. It's a train, and it hurts me to say because I love the developers because I was a big fan of The Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, this game's gonna be solid, and it's like I don't
Jesse,
know.
I could have told you that. I there's a reason I didn't get it. I didn't even send out a tweet about it because I knew it was going to be like this. You can't promise so much, right? It's like
Yeah.
things are going to happen.
Well,
They pulled the Fallout.
Oh man, that was the worst. They did hype up The Witcher 3 when it came out, but right before, and it was like I remember it was just like it was super hype, and they delivered. So that's why I was like, well, I'm sure they'll, and they delayed it, and I was like, well, I'm sure they'll be ready. You guys should play it just for the memes.
I mean,
Are you guys
amazing?
Are you guys Ubisoft fans? Because they deliver. Boy, do they deliver.
Yeah, they definitely. I don't know if I'm a fan. I don't know. Am I a fan? Justin, are you a fan? I need to think about
That's
it.
Division, right?
That's
So
like
you use
Creed.
Ubisoft is Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Watch
Far Cry's
Dogs.
great.
I mean, they make games, man, and
they do.
I feel like it's always content. And Assassin's Creed, I could stand Assassin's Creed and.
Have you played the new one, Sam?
Valhalla. No, I'm gonna wait till I get home. So so they get all the next gen updates, and then because it released for PS4 and cross gen, but they said it's supposed to be like a 2-3 year game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait till when I get home, so there's more next gen content out.
Gotcha.
Speaking of which, GTA has now gone 3 platforms.
Yeah.
And they just had an update this week.
Insane. I saw that the other day too. Someone posted a video or something about like how Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, that's nuts. That you released on what was it? 360.
Xbox 360.
And then now they're on the like they're.
You can download it on PS5 and the new Xbox, and they just had a content update this week about like a submarine heist. Like they're adding things to this game that's 7 years old, like 8 years old. It's incredible. Like the longevity of this game has been.
I should have stayed connected to it.
Maybe the best ever. I mean,
yeah. I didn't think it was gonna be like. I mean,
yeah. I would pop in and out every now and then, but I haven't played it. I haven't played online probably in probably 2 years or a year and a half maybe. But I don't know. Every time I get on there now, I'm so overwhelmed because it's like everything is so new and like what is
they keep adding
on?
stuff, the new content.
I do want to jump back in eventually and see what's up. But
see, any other game, it would be like GTA 6 or 7. Like, I mean, the fact that they made GTA 5 stretch out for as long as they did, man, I applaud them for that. So we covered Christmas, sports, and games. What else we got?
Oh, I got a question for both of you guys. So I was having a week. What was that, last week? Like, I was just an emotional mess, man. So basically, I started my new job finally, and they were rushing me to get trained up on this desk position in a week, which is that's kind of absurdly fast, I think, for anyone. And I don't know. So it's just a lot of stress and pressure. And so my boss, he ultimately did my like check ride or certification. He did the test. He tested me all day, and that episode in The Office where Jim shows up to work in a tux, and he's totally like the new boss shows up, and he's like, "You're an idiot." Like that's
like Justin today.
For anyone listening, if you want to watch this will be on YouTube a week after we post this. So, Brew Your Mind Pod on YouTube, and you'll see Justin. But I felt like Jim, with this new boss, every time I'd have an interaction with this boss of mine, he wasn't very warm. And I just feel like every little thing he was catching me doing something stupid. And I was like, every time there's a mistake with a computer or something obvious, he's right there to go, well, why didn't you do this? And I'm like, oh, man, like you have the worst impression of me. So I just have this, it was making me kind of realize what I struggle with is like, I have a problem with rejection, or like, I want people to like me. And like, it kills me if like, I feel like I'm misunderstood. So I just feel like I was having this issue with him not liking me when I was thinking, I was like, well, he's not really warm to anyone in general, so maybe it's not really me. But I was just kind of thinking, like, that's something I struggle with. Is there something, do you guys struggle with ideas of like rejection, or do you handle that well, or do you
Exactly
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
Go ahead, Sam.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, literally that, man. It's I think every job's similar like that, man. Like I've been traded a lot, so like I've had to like win over coaches and teammates, and like got to the point where I like got more worried about being liked than like playing well. And that's like, it's hard though, because you want people to know like, hey, I'm a hard worker. Hey, I'm a good guy. Hey,
the chemistry.
I like that music. I like that music too. Hey, yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's like, you're always looking over your shoulder, like, oh, do they agree with me? Or did coach see that? And it's like, oh, why didn't coach like say I did a good job on that? Like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, I totally hear you, Jesse. You're not alone there. It's like, everyone wants to feel like everyone wants that approval rating or that stamp of approval is lack of a better term. And for someone to recognize what you're doing. And so I don't think you're alone there. It's the worst. And sometimes it like compounds itself on you and you're like, man, like I promise this is not me. It's like, just like me, just say hi to me, like,
it's exactly what was happening. Yeah,
exactly. No, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like those things were compounding throughout the week. And even I was like, it was the way Justin was texting me at one point. I didn't tell you, but I was so insecure that the way you were texting me was making me think you were upset with me. That's how absurd I was getting. I was like, is he mad at me? Or like,
well, depending on what it was, I may or may not have been.
But it was so, what I'm saying? Like, it was that little work thing was spreading out into like me and you, or like anything. I was like, questioning everything. I was like, am I like not self-aware? Is that why my boss doesn't like me? Am I doing things that I'm not aware of? And then I started thinking like with Justin, I was like, well, does he like me anymore? It wasn't that extreme, but it was like, it was like seeping into like, and I was like, how do I talk to Justin about this without sounding like an emotional?
You bring it up on the podcast. You don't say anything until the podcast, but then we record, and that's when you bring it up.
Well, everything was fine. You FaceTimed me literally like the day after, and you were like goofy and funny as hell, like normal. And I was like, okay, everything's fine. What am I thinking?
Yeah, you're good, dude. No, I completely relate because it's like,
it's just work.
Like Jesse, you and I mean, we new assignments, and just like Sam, he getting traded, you have to deal with like a new environment and new leadership. So like you put your best foot forward, and you're yourself, but you're yourself to an extent. You have the shell. You're trying to appeal to everyone. Hey, I'm this person. I can be this person if you need me to, if this is what you like. And then it isn't until like a couple weeks later you start to unravel a little bit, and then things start to relax. But yeah, definitely in the beginning phases, it's a bit stressful. Because you're also trying to get your feet in the ground yourself, but you're trying to make sure the environment around you is you can just blend right in and people accept you.
Big facts.
And that's just like the nonstop thing that we think about, it's like, hey, are people accepting me? And I try to eliminate that as much as I can and try to like, just be me, and if they don't like me, they don't like me. But that's just so tough. Especially in 2020, when you just so much uncertainty, so. Yeah, totally get that. Dude.
It's not easy, and it's funny. It could be something so minor, like a coach or a boss or whatever is just like his or her mind is on something else, or something happened with them or whatever, or they're feeling literally the same way as you for their higher up, and then it just like trickles down, and it's like it starts from the top. It's like. Maybe she's going through something and feeling the same way. And then and they're insecure about something, and then it rubs off on you. And it's like, it's such a domino effect with literally every job. I think like everyone feels that. It's like a snowball. It's like, it's contagious. It's really interesting how it works.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you better now, Jesse?
Avoid him. I just avoid my boss, really.
Hey, Jesse, we're all accepting of you, and we all think you do a great job. You do tremendous.
I appreciate it, Sam. I'm glad you accept me, and I just want to play Warzone with the boys. Just one time.
I think that's what they do in. You ever seen that? That's what they do in
Turkey,
Korea.
Right? Oh.
No, for real. It's the heart. It means I love you.
Oh, really?
Oh my
I
God.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
We'll probably
yeah.
we'll probably put that as a thumbnail for this video. Sam putting up the heart in Korean.
Yeah.
What else you got, Jesse? You better? You feeling pretty good?
Yeah. I mean,
You got some water
guess
in you
so.
too?
Yeah. Oh, I want to talk about. There was a book you posted, Sam, on your Instagram like a month ago.
And then you sent it to me.
Yeah, I actually got it. Started reading it. I started reading it at work.
Are you enlightened?
And I didn't get very far, but that was like because the phone kept ringing. It was aggravating. But anyway, work got in the way. But so far, it's really good. It's called Brainwash. That's what it's called, right?
That's right.
It is.
I don't really have much to say about it, but so far I'm like maybe 10, 15 pages in. And
Nice.
dude, I can tell you, I'm going to have a lot to say. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to hear about many topics to come, please tune in again to this Brew Your Mindness, because that's coming up. That's all I got to say about it. I don't know if you want to touch on anything about that book, Sam.
Yeah, we touched on it a little bit last week, but the response I got from a lot of people saying, like, a lot of friends, like, "Oh, I ordered that." Like, "Wow, thanks." And
Nice.
a couple of my friends have texted me like, "Whoa, that book like really opened me up." Whatever. Brainwash was more about like, yeah, this like diet also, but also just like getting yourself through things and how to, just building healthy habits. But Jesse, there is at the end, I'm excited for you to get there. Like a 10-day like helper thing, and then there's like all of these like, I don't know, at home stuff you can do. That's kind of what I refer to here. Like, I don't like when you read books, you're not going to retain everything, but just do your little highlights and find the things at the end that work. And like I said, we touched on it. I don't want to go too in depth on it, but I'm glad you got it, and hopefully you get something out of it. It's helped me. It definitely has helped me, and just in little things. And I like keeping my mind open to self-help because I don't have all the answers. So, especially when I'm over here, if I keep myself sane, I'm doing something good.
Those books, I'm really into self-help books, but I'm also really skeptical of them because there's a million and they're sort of subjective, I guess. But this one so far seems really good.
I have somewhere I can expand on that. Thank you for saying that. What do you guys think about, like, I think there's a epidemic going on, especially on Instagram and Twitter, about people being fake smart. And I feel like everybody, they want to say they like are different, but they're all talking the same. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys ever pick up on that and you like watch something and you're like, they're just saying words. Yeah. Like they're just like putting words together and they're like, give out vibrations and it's like, I get what they're saying, but so many people are fake smart these days and they just use big words and they want to sound cool, but like,
I don't know. I can't relate to people like that because
that's what I'm saying. It's just like, I don't understand just be a genuine person. Obviously, everyone wants to be a good person and figure things out, this or that, but like, I'm sorry. I just can't get on the same wavelength when it's like, you're just like, you think you're so enlightened and it's just like,
they're the people that say it's not Leviosa, it's Leviosa. It's
just like what? Like we're on this podcast talking, drinking, and just hanging out, and it's like we're not trying to be something we're not. Like
correct.
Yeah.
Like I know my shortcomings. We know what we like. We're trying to be better. Like let's just like let's call a spade, and like come on, like we're all in this. We're screwing up and figuring it out and retooling it back together and doing the best we can for the 90 years around this earth.
No, absolutely. And in regards to this podcast, I always try to put a fine print like, hey, we're not experts here, and the stuff we say, we're just thinking out loud. We're just trying to create conversations and hopefully positive conversations, but we're not gonna try to trick you and say that we know what we're talking about all the time.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, you're like going out in Scottsdale every night. Like I don't know. Like I'm sorry, I just see this stuff and I just think people have gotten so disingenuous, and it's just like
I feel like there's a person you want to talk about right now, Sam.
So no, there's not. It's just there's so much of it. It's like overwhelming. I go on Instagram and I'm like, feel like I'm getting dumber watching people trying to be smarter. And it's just like, I'm not going to pretend I'm something I'm not. And
Yeah.
whatever. Also, I'm probably a bad person for saying all this because I'm not letting people be people, and they should talk. They should be able to talk about what they want to talk about. But sometimes I see it and I'm just like, all right, we get it, dude. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that way sometimes whenever I've come to terms with it, but when I first started joining Justin on the podcast, it was like this sort of like not imposter syndrome, but I felt like when I was promoting, hey, I have a podcast, that was also me like saying to people like, I have important things to say, so you should listen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was almost like I was having it like that thing I was promoting, like I don't know if you feel that way, Justin, but it was like, I have a podcast that means we have something important to say. So then I was like, oh my God, now I have to each time like make sure I had a list of smart topics to get deep on. And, and it was also like, that's not really me. I'm not really.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like
thing all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I want people to retweet and like what I tweet? Of course. But I'm not going to like go into stuff that I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm going to tweet what I know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tweet some stupid shit. You know, it happens. Yeah. But like, I'm not going to go out there and coach everyone on everything. Right. So,
oh man, that'd be me like tweeting about sports things and opinions that I have no idea about. Actually, I did that a couple times, just trolling on my friend Kyle because he's a huge sports freak. But anyway, what was it? That guy with the dude, this is like talking to an idiot right now. I don't know sports. That guy who did the dog fighting thing. What was his name?
Michael Vick.
Yeah. Like someone said, like I was just trolling him because he was like defending him, and I was like being the devil's advocate. But it'd be like me just like putting out opinions like whatever about any sports guy, just trolling people. But yeah, I don't know anything about that, so why would I go on and pretend like I know something?
And Sam,
I didn't mean to go. Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned your Twitter, so I had to bring up a tweet that you did. It was last week.
Oh yeah, there was one you put.
I always catch myself retweeting or quote tweeting your stuff because sometimes you just say stuff that's like, why didn't I think of that? Or like, yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, and I want more people to see this. And this last one, because of course you're going through your Harry Potter stuff, and you cannot live tweet while you're watching Harry Potter. So. And I even asked Tori this question. I was like, if you were Ron Weasley, would you think it's weird that your best friend falls in love with your younger sister? I feel like I wouldn't like it. Also, odd choice by Harry as a friend to do that, but I digress. That's a great tweet, dude. It's a great tweet. And it opens up a good conversation, right? Because you think about it.
For sure.
You think about it.
Everyone's like, love is love. I'm like, I never said it wasn't. But
oh my God.
Like
you got those guys. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I get it. Like, J.K. Rowling, she wrote this story. I get it. It's a fiction. Yeah. But I'm saying just as a homie, like Ron and Harry have been through hell together. Like literally everything. Like they go to a big school. Like, why does he have to fall in love with Ginny, like his younger sister? Like,
well, supposedly, I know this is different. This is different from the movie, but like the books, like Ginny was like a completely different girl, and so was Harry Potter. Like they were just different people in the books, and the movies kind of portrayed them a little differently. But still, so, I get what you're saying.
I'm talking within the film.
Yeah, it's within the film, they just don't. There's no chemistry. There's nothing there too.
It's that, and it's just like,
and Ron.
Like I have my childhood best friend.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a younger sister, but if he did, like, it's not the first person I'd go and like marry. You know, it's just one of those things.
A wizardly place.
I'm just saying, Harry as a homie, like, come on, man. There's.
You think he talked to Ron beforehand?
No, I don't think he did because he didn't. They just
did
kiss.
I mean, off the screen, maybe not on the script. They talked.
That's what I don't know.
I'm kidding. I'm just diving into it.
Jesse, thoughts?
Hashtag Deck Thoughts.
I remember you said something. You said Harry Potter and Star Wars are the same movie.
They're exactly the same. They're
just
the same
magic. These are the tweets, man.
It's just different magic. They are literally the same. Orphan boys that don't know their own powers that are trying to be lured by the dark side, and that now they're raised by masters Dumbledore and Yoda, and they are taught how to rein in their powers, and they're always hunted.
By Darth Vader and he who shall not be named.
It is literally the same story.
Wow.
Both start with the letter V too.
And they have a lot of help along the way, and this and that and this and that. And like they literally talk about the dark side in both movies.
So the arc is the same, is what you're saying.
The arc is identical.
So Lord of the Rings, any different?
Completely different.
Bilbo, orphan boy.
I guess the Game of Thrones is kind of the same too.
I haven't seen it, so you're on your own on this one.
Dude, do you guys watch The Mandalorian?
I'm like half of the season of
I'm not
season one. Okay, I heard second season was phenomenal.
No, so
and the finale.
I'm too cheap. I haven't bought Disney Plus yet.
Yeah, I only bought it for that, but now I think I'm going to cancel it. But yeah, that was. Well, I don't have anything. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to spoil it. But it was great. You should watch it.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, and that's the thing. I don't want people to come across like, oh, Sam doesn't. I'm a
You're a nerd,
Potterhead.
Yeah.
I'm a Star Wars fiend. Like, I'm just saying, it's the same exact story. Every time I watch, I'm like, oh, this is the same. This is exactly the same. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, people's gotta. They should see that.
Your favorite Harry Potter movie is
Azkaban.
I don't even know, dude. I need to rewatch them all. What's your favorite? All those series, like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings.
Ooh, rank them. Rank them.
Yeah. What's the number one?
You're going Harry Potter first. You better.
That's pretty tough. What else is there? What other big series? What am I missing?
Harry Potter, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
You're talking movies?
Yeah, the series, big series.
Because I was gonna say like series of unfortunate events is on Netflix, so we can talk about that.
Oh man.
I just want you to rank them.
Honestly, I think Harry Potter, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings is pretty far down. Lord of the Rings rewatchability.
Cut them off. Cut them off.
The rewatchability is not at the same level.
Why? Because you have to sit through 12 hours of film to get through 3?
Yes. That's exactly why.
Dude, there's something about each series I don't like. Like, for instance, Harry Potter, I don't like the first 2 or 3 movies because they're very kid-like. Or, later they get really dark and it's like, oh, this is cool. Star Wars, they have their flops of movies that I'm like,
the new ones.
Yeah, if I had to pick out of all,
Sam, got you intrigued.
I would pick watching episode 1 with stupid Jar Jar.
Oh,
Binks.
absolutely, yeah. That's those new ones, and some of the newer.
Did you know Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be a Sith Lord?
Yes, I watched the YouTube video about that, and that was nuts.
Weird.
Yeah.
And then they rewrote him as a comedic relief.
Yep.
Weird. What a mistake. Anyway, and then Lord of the Rings. I don't have any qualms with it. I don't like the Hobbit one.
The Hobbit's partly my issue too.
Yeah, which I guess you could include it.
Yeah.
In that whole thing.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The three alone there's no problem with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are things that's weird. Like the thing I don't like about Star Wars is like I hate the chronology because the deeper you get in the story, the worse the quality of effect in the movie is. You know what I mean? Because they started in 4, 5, 6, then they did 3 prequels, and now it's like 2.5, 7.5, 6 3/4. Like they're splicing, and so like. But then you get to the last movie and it's like, oh, it's made in the 70s. Like, and it looks worse. And, it's that kind of messes with my head a little bit.
Absolutely.
I know what you mean. I don't know.
That's what makes like Star Wars unique though, the way that they did it. And like, I don't know. I mean, Disney just released like how many more series and spinoffs of Star Wars? Like that just happened like last week or 2 weeks ago. And it's like, do we really have to keep doing this? Like, I mean, how much of the Star Wars universe do we not know already? The
thing that's crazy, have you ever gone on like, it's like Jedipedia or something, and then there's like Harry Wiki, like the people's, like the in-depthness of character development, like like Hermione's mom studied at university. Like it's like stuff like that, or like, Darth Maul was from this and his parents were this and he came from, it's like, who put this together? Like, it's incredible to me. It's crazy how deep it goes.
Yeah. Someone did some ancestry or something like that and got the results and posted it. That's just weird. That's weird.
Yeah. I watched like a whole like hour and a half YouTube video someone put together just on Darth Maul.
Everyone loves him. Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the lore of it all. So I was like, Darth Maul was so cool. It was so sad that he just had one episode and died. And then my friend Kyle was like, hold on, bud. There's way more. And he showed all like the Clone Wars series and all that stuff. And
is he the most loved villain in like movie
ever
history?
of any movie? Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So cool.
Honestly, is he the most loved villain?
Oh man,
I have to see who he compete against, because like I don't know.
His swag is in another level.
That's what it is. He's so dark and mysterious, with his red face and horns and crazy eyes.
He's sick. Yeah. He looks like he's like the Kawhi Leonard of like Dark Jedi. Like he's he's
what it do, baby?
He's just like a freak athlete. Just like I don't know.
You wouldn't expect it from him by looking at him.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. And his horns are kind of like the straight back braids.
That belongs on Twitter. Is Kawhi Leonard the Dark Maul of Star Wars?
Please at him.
And like absolutely incredible in every facet of what he does.
Yeah.
Like
a champion.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. That's
amazing. Man. Okay. We're here, hour mark. We could probably keep talking about whatever. I'm impressed. We started the episode off with about 5-10 minutes of Christmas talk and went in the complete opposite direction. But that's good. That's what we do at Brew Your Mind, right, people? Can I get an agreement?
It's been an hour?
Yeah, it's hard to believe. We just started talking and we started talking.
I miss Jesse, man.
We can keep talking. If we miss Jesse, we can keep talking to Jesse.
I feel like I've barely even talked to Sam very much at all, but you're so friendly and warm to me, and I love it. You know what I mean?
Because you're just so, I don't know. You have like,
it's true.
I don't know, such a cool demeanor. And
it's true.
I don't know. Something about the Tennessee accent too just draws me in. And I don't know. It's something about it.
That's so funny. I get so insecure about the accent sometimes because like it's like a weird thing. Like people really love it, or you can get judged for it, and people mock you for it a lot. And for some, that's another thing. I walked in here the other day. Well, I'm not even going to say. Anyway, someone mocked me, and the people do it all the time. And I was like, why is that a thing that people feel comfortable just mocking my accent right in front of me? Like if you were Asian, had an Asian accent, like I wouldn't do that. Like that'd be completely crazy rude. But people just do it, and I'm like, I'm interested in how can we change that in our culture?
No, I get
Should
that.
I just get offended and yell at people and scream
Sam,
racist in some way?
Do people often say that you have a Wisconsin accent or anything? No, right?
All the time.
Really? Because
really?
You can't hear it, right, Jesse?
No.
I've worked on it, and not in a way that I'm like ashamed of having it because it's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Sheboygan accent's a thing, but like when I'm home for the summer, like it's funny. When you hang out with like people for an extended period of time, comes out again. You know?
Yeah.
So it'll come out with like certain words, and if I like do like cameos, or if I do like a podcast with someone from back home or whatever, it sometimes comes out just like certain words. So yeah, my family, like my brother and sister, I can definitely hear it more when I talk, and my mom and dad. My dad's been from Sheboygan his whole life, so I hear it. A lot of words he says, I'll hear it. But that's just where you're from. And it's just a stamp. It's like a tattoo. It's where you're from. It's a stamp on you, and it's fine.
No, I get that, because when I moved to Texas in 8th grade, oh man, I got tore up from a Wisconsin accent. Like things like they made me say like rock and like all sorts of words like that. Like I was dude, I was in a rough place. I was like, why are you guys being so mean to me? I'm just saying rock, like why?
Like bag.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And then I guess from being away from Wisconsin for so long, I kind of got away from the accent a little bit, and now I can hear it more. Like what's his name? Josh. Josh, your brother's friend, right, Sam?
Becker.
Yep. When I hear him talking on the mic, I'm like, dude, this dude is straight up in the heart of Wisconsin right now when he talks. Like I can hear it, and it's crazy because I mean that's my home, but I can just hear it plain as day. And
and where I live like right on the harbor. So like a lot of the fishing crowd, like they thick accent, like oh yeah, we're going over there, and like stuff like that, or like, oh yeah, you take that to the wharf and you get it all cleaned up, and yeah, you take it down there, and it's like, whoa. I'll be like, wow. Like, but and I can do it, like I can, if I want to, but like it's a lot of the Packers. We're going over to Green Bay for the Packer game, and hopefully they get a victory today and they beat the Bears, and yeah.
I just wanted Sam in a Wisconsin accent so bad.
That's great, man.
And now you sound like your boy Ty, the Canadian, right there. That's where, like, the further north you go.
Jesse, does that sound weird to you, or is like for me it's like natural? Like it's, I don't know.
No, I love it. I think you should, bring it back. Fake it till you make it.
That's what I'm saying. If you could just give us a Wisconsin accent for just
I should go on like a big show and like do it all in a like Schweigen accent. Oh, it'd be like, what the hell is this guy saying?
Side note, I randomly watched the YouTube of you and your wife on a talk show. It was like a 7-minute clip on YouTube. You guys played like a little game, a little what is it? I'm trying to think. It was like a sign game that you guys played. Like,
it was like it was on one of those Milwaukee channels.
Yeah. I don't know why I came across that show, but I did, and I enjoyed it. It was good.
He watches videos of you when you guys aren't talking.
Yeah, when we're not together, I watch videos of you.
That's just like I go through photography.
Exactly. We all have our things that we do. So I digress.
We all have our things.
You guys got anything to add before we shut it down?
Accents are weird.
No. Accents are weird. Isn't it crazy? It's so weird.
It's so weird when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like how like even like county by county, like throughout the country is like,
it's true.
I don't know.
Like
just like yeah. And like when Cape was in England, like different parts of England, like they all have different.
Oh yeah.
It's weird to think about that. Like before I got there, I was like, everyone's got a British accent, but then like you walk around and you can just hear it, and you're like, you like British friends, like, oh, they're from Suffolk, they're from Liverpool, they're from and it's like, I'll be honest, like when I went up to Scotland, it was actually tough for me to understand. Like they were speaking English.
I can't understand a thing they say when
it was very tough.
There's like YouTube videos you watch, like they're talking to like someone on the street. I'm like,
yeah, I had to look at Tori a couple times. Like we're checking out somewhere, and I'm just like looking over her because I guess she has an ear for these things. And I'm like, can you break this down for me? Can you be my So it's weird because I mean they're all speaking English words and English sentences, accents.
Not ours.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are so cultured. Is it tough being in Turkey with the language barrier? Is there a lot of that? Do people speak English?
Where I am, I got a cheat code over here, man. I live right over by the U.S. Embassy and Canadian Embassy. All the embassies are around me. So like the area I live in, like I got a bunch of people that from America in my building, and so if I go to the store, they see so many Americans that see so many Americans every day that they know they can turn it on and be like, yeah, what do you need?
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's nice. Like Russia was way different. Russia was like, I had to learn how to get around, but
Lord,
which I kind of miss because it challenged me,
No, I get that because when we traveled while we were over there, going to new countries that were like completely different language, I think that was kind of the excitement of either having Google Translate on my phone and like having to do this, or like having to figure out like, okay, what's the word for grocery store? Because I just need something right now.
Right,
like that. That kind of excitement.
And I learned Russian way quicker. I don't know like any Turkish. I've been here for 5 months, and I knew how to get around in Russia within 3 months.
Yeah,
like
that's wild.
It's interesting how that works. Because you pick it up. If it challenges you, you pick it up. Like your brain does it.
You even translate that to Call of Duty while we're trying to land, and you're like, "Oh, this is pharmacy right here. This says pharmacy as it's in Russian." And I'm like, hey, "Come on, get out of here!"
See, yeah.
You guys
wild times, dude.
That's some strategy.
Yeah,
Apoteka. Yeah.
So speaking Russian.
Yeah.
No, I read every building in Warzone. I read every building just so I know what it is.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to play.
No, I
Can we
can't wait
make a
either.
commitment? to that.
Well, sick.
going
All
now?
right. Hey, we'll shut it down then. Parting words, Sam. What you got?
Thanks for having me on again. This is always fun. If you ever need me, I like bringing conversation. You guys can make fun of my tweets. I appreciate it.
Open invite, dude.
God, yeah.
Jesse,
follow
anything?
Sam. Follow
Jesse,
Sam
hope you
on
feel
Twitter.
better.
I'm feeling a lot better already. You know, I just needed some lively conversation, some compliments, all kind of stuff. I don't really have anything. Just if you want to watch us on YouTube, I'll post it up a week after this audio is up, and that is Brew Your Mind Pod. And follow us on Twitter. Oh, we have a Twitter now. Hey, we're moving up. Twitter and Instagram, it's all the same handle.
I got on Justin for that. So you guys need a Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, also, shameless plug. Brew Your Mind, which is the mastermind of Jesse and Cape. We're trying to help each other here, and you can go to the Dekker Post and click on the Brew Your Mind tab, and you can tap in on all their content. They've had an awesome show for the past couple of years now. So just check them out if you want to listen to past episodes. TheDekkerPost.com. Shameless plug. Sorry about it, guys, but I do it. Check them out. It's always fun.
I love that stuff you've been writing, by the way.
Yeah, you beat me to it. I was going to mention the Dekker Post and how you haven't actually posted in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks now. And
well, because I don't want to inundate too much. Yeah, and I got stuff going on. So when things hit my mind, then I'll write.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll have one up by the end of the week.
Love it. So yeah, hey, you Brew Your Mind listeners, go check out the Dekker Post. We mentioned it last episode, and then the Dekker Post followers. Here we are, Brew Your Mind, and you can see we have an objective for an episode, and we go many directions. But that's what we do here at Brew Your Mind. We drink and we hang out, and we have a good time. Nothing but positive vibes, basically. So, Sam, thanks for the kind words. Thanks for joining us again today, Jesse. I love you, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for being back.
And Jesse, I hope you feel like we approve of you, because don't feel like no one approves of you.
Yeah.
You're
mommy
perfect.
And daddy
you're wonderful. You're
so
wonderful,
crazy, man.
And you're a beautiful person. So just remember that.
Thank you. Yeah. It's just crazy how the mind can just take off like that sometimes.
Wash that brain, baby.
Exactly.
That's right.
Brew that head.
Well, good. Hey, thank you guys so much for spending the day with us. Hope you guys have an awesome Christmas. Next time you hear from us, it will be the new year. So we'll bring it 2021 together. We'll see what Sam's doing, because we love having him on, and he always brings the good conversation. So you guys take care, stay safe, and don't forget to brew your minds.